Another teaching that can be very, very helpful is the law of attraction teachings. Hands up if you like the law of attraction teachings. Hands up if you like the law of attraction teachings. Hands up if you don't like them very much. Lower those hands, those yellow hands, and we'll zoom. How do we do that? There we go. The law of attraction teachings have a lot of truth to them. You may or may not believe in them. Essentially, the law of attraction, if I summarize it, works like this. If you are happy, then you attract what you want. You attract what you need. Now, this can, when you're in the present moment, when you're in a state of allowing, in a state of surrender, you allow God to give you what you need. When you're trying to do this, you're in the way, you're getting in the way, you're obstructing God's vision for you. It's a dualistic teaching, but it can be helpful for us spiritual seekers in this way. Sometimes we feel that we have to compulsively and obsessively worry and think about the future. Some people are constantly worried about socializing and having to talk to people, having to talk to this person, having to talk to that person. Some people are constantly worried about this thing and that thing. What this teaching can allow us to do is to come into the present moment and realize that by coming into the present moment, we're actually allowing Bhagavan's grace to flow through us and achieve what we need, accomplish what we truly need, His will. His will is what we truly need, is actually what is best for us. So the law of attraction teachings, by saying you are more likely to get what you want by asking for it first. First thing in the law of attraction is that you have to ask for something that you desire. And the second thing is you have to relax and allow the universe or God or Bhagavan to bring that to you. So it's a wonderful, clever teaching that's true, by the way. It works as well. That can help you relax and come into the moment. The paradox of it is that when you are happy in the moment, your desires are less. And you slowly just become happy in the present moment. And you slowly start to realize that what you really are transcends the present moment. Meaning, by present moment, I mean Maya, objects, the appearance, a dream. And then you stop caring about what happens in the present moment. And this is when all the good things come to you. It's like the old adage about if you're trying to find a relationship, a romantic relationship, if you're looking for a male partner or a female partner, when you're really struggling and trying, you can't find anyone. And when you're not trying, suddenly, people appear in your life. It's like that. In the same way, when we become happy in ourselves, life just starts to become better. It's the positivity generates positivity. What it doesn't mean is that you have to try and force yourself to think positive thoughts all the time. That doesn't work, because that's actually coming from a negative place, a fearful, low energy state, low vibrational state, what we call tamasic state. You're trying to force positivity where actually you're feeling negative and low. But when we relax into the present moment, into Bhagavan's grace, we surrender to Him, we become more positive, more sattvic, more loving, more open, and God's grace flows and takes us what we need. This teaching is in the Upanishads as well. This teaching is in the Vedas, what I've just taught. It's in there. If you read Ramana Gita, the Sri Ramana Gita, you'll see there's teachings in the Ramana Gita as well. If you look carefully, you'll see it there. The question is asked Ramana, Ramana, if I desire something, will God give it to me? He says, yes. He explains it. There's another text, Tripura Rahasya, which also explains it's a Vedanta text. It kind of is a bit like Yoga Vashista in that it weaves Vedantic teachings with Tantric teachings. And it explains this as well, the law of attraction. Tripura Rahasya. So the text recommended by Bhagavan. Let me see if I can find a copy of it just to show you. This is a copy. Tripura Rahasya. It means, you can see the translation of that is the mystery beyond the Trinity. The Trinity can be thought of as the three gunas. The three gunas are Maya. They're the movements of Maya. So it's the mystery beyond the three gunas, which is Saguna means with gunas, with objects. Nirguna means beyond the gunas. It's the mystery beyond the gunas, which is what? It's the self. So this book is called The Self. You'll find that a lot of texts are called the self, but they're not called the self. They're called things like this, Tripura Rahasya. Yeah, if you look at just one example, if you look at chapter 12, verse 10, you'll see an example of the law of attraction. It just says the world becomes for one, whatever one is accustomed to think it. This is borne out by the realization of yogis and the objects of their long contemplation. What they're saying is that when people go into deep states of meditation as yogis, and they think about something for a long time, it manifests in their life. So they've discovered this law of attraction, how what you think, what you desire can become reality in Maya, because Maya is a projection of the mind. And you see peppered throughout this text, they'll explain the law of attraction, I think, of 14. In chapter 14, verses 1 to sort of 17, there's a law of attraction teaching, and it explains why sometimes your desires don't manifest. It explains basically you're not letting go, you're not abiding as the self, you're still thinking too much in a negative way. This is why your desires are not manifesting. At the end of the section, it says in verse 16, chapter 14, verse 16, your conceptions, meaning your intentions, your conceptions do not materialize for the aforesaid reason. Therefore, you must practice the focusing of thought if you desire your own creations to endure. And if you really want to manifest, you have to practice desiring what you want and letting go of what you don't want, these sorts of things. It's a part of the Vedic teaching, because this is all projection of mind. It's all a projection of Maya. But what will happen is that as you abide more, as you rediscover what you are, you become less interested in this kind of stuff. Because you discover your true nature, you don't care about Maya, in the sense that you want things to happen well, of course. You want people to be happy and well. You want to look after yourself and the people around you, the world around you, the environment, the animals, etc. But if something tragic happens, you don't want it to happen, but it's totally fine at the same time. Let me put it that way.